Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? I hope you are doing well. So this week is our last week to talk about Canada and our last week of school before the summer. Today, we will be talking about July 1st. Do you know what is special about July 1st in Canada? What's special? What do you think? Let's look at these pictures here. First of all, it says July 1st is Canada's birthday. Canada's birthday, when Canada became a country. So let's look at these pictures. It says here, Canada Day. We celebrate Canada's birthday on July 1st. Many cities and towns have parades. Do you know what are parades? Parades are many people when they walk down the street and they play music, they have different clothes, they make a lot of noise. That's parade. Some places even have fireworks in the evening. Do you know what are fireworks? These are fireworks. We usually have fireworks on Riverside for Canada Day. Okay, let's read about when Canada became a country. In the 1600s and 1700s, these are dates, right? Like right now it's 2020. This was in the 1600s and 1700s. People from Europe came to explore North America. Explore means, oh, let's look at a new country and see if this is a nice place to live. Some of these people stayed and started colonies. So what are colonies? Colonies are lots of people. They come together and they live in one place. Okay? So some of the people from Europe, they came to North America and stayed. They stayed and started colonies. Now what happened? 4 colonies join together. So lots of people living in one place. On July 1st, 1867, 4 colonies joined together to form Canada. Form means to make Canada. 4 places. What were they? They were Ontario, Canada West. Look here. Ontario, Canada West. Quebec, Canada East. Over here. Canada East. And Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. Look over here. Nova Scotia, New Brunswick. So if you see this map here, this shows Canada in 1867. So Canada in 1867 was only this big. These 4 provinces joined together and made Canada. Okay, these colonies became Canada's first provinces. All right, so this was Canada before, on July 1st, 1867. This is all of Canada. What happened to the other provinces? When did they come? The other provinces and territories joined Canada later. They came later, after, all right? So let's look at when the other provinces became part of Canada. Let's look. When did the other provinces and territories join Canada? Manitoba, 1870. Okay, Manitoba is right around here, 1870. Northwest Territories, 1870, over here. This is Northwest Territories. British Columbia, all the way in the west, joined what? When? 1871. Prince Edward Island, 1873. Prince Edward Island's over here. Yukon, 1898. Yukon over here. It joined 1898. Saskatchewan, 1905. Saskatchewan right here in the middle. Alberta, 1905, next to Saskatchewan over here. Newfoundland and Labrador, 1949. This is over here. Newfoundland and Labrador. And Nunavut, when did it join? 1999, not very long ago. So only the last province to join Canada was Nunavut. Okay. Now let's look at this chart. I would like you to write the date that each province and territory joined Canada, and also the abbreviation, short form for each province and territory. For example, we have abbreviation for Alberta is AB, okay? And when did Manitoba join Canada? When did it join Canada? You go up and check. Oh, look, it says 1870. You're going to copy 1870 over here, okay? If you don't have any, some of the provinces are not here. Maybe they're not here. You have to read here and see which provinces joined when, okay? All right, after that, I want you to look here. This is a picture of an artist in Canada, okay? Her name is Emily Carr. She is a famous Canadian artist. You know what an artist is, or who an artist is? Somebody who does art. Let's read about Emily Carr. Emily Carr is a famous artist. Her paintings are in art galleries and museums in many parts of Canada. So she paints pictures, like for example, this is art, right? She paints that, and she's a famous artist, and her painting, this is a painting, are found in museums and art galleries. Born in Victoria. Emily Carr was born in Victoria in British Columbia in 1871. Okay, Victoria is the capital of British Columbia. She was born 1871. Is that special? What's 1871? 1871 is the join date of British Columbia as a province of Canada, okay? So she was born in 1871 when British Columbia became a province. This is the house that she lived in Victoria. Look at that beautiful house. What happened? What did she study? She studied art. Emily Carr began to draw at a young age. When she was only 19 years old, she went to San Francisco to study art. Later, she studied art in Paris and London. So she went to Europe to study art. Okay, what happened? What did she paint? She painted totem poles. What are totem poles? If you look at this picture, in this picture, these are totem poles. Totem poles are special poles, okay? These are poles for First Nations people, Aboriginal people in Canada, the people who were in Canada before anybody came to Canada, okay? They like to make these poles. They're called totem poles, totem poles. Carr had an interest in the First Nations people of BC. She traveled, right? She traveled by canoe to small villages along the coast. She often painted First Nations houses and totem poles. She liked to paint these. Painted landscapes. Carr also liked to paint the forests and mountains of British Columbia, like this. These are examples of forest. She also wrote books. Emily Carr wrote several means 2 to 3 books about her life. She died in Victoria in 1945. Okay, so we read about Emily Carr. I would like you to answer some questions about Emily Carr. So here we have sentences from the story over here. And there is one word that is missing in each sentence. It's not there. Okay, so you have to check what is that word. For example, number 1, Emily Carr was in Victoria, British Columbia. What's the word that's missing? We go to the top. Oh, look here. Emily Carr was born in Victoria, British Columbia in 1871. So we see that born is the word that's missing. So I want you to write that word in the place in the box, okay? Carr studied art, Europe. What's the word that's missing? You're going to go check and find the answer. And lastly, we have some sentences over here, and you're going to choose the correct word for the sentence. For example, Emily Carr's paintings are in many museums in Canada. Which one? Emily Carr's paint are in many museums in Canada, or Emily Carr's paintings are in many museums in Canada. So you're going to choose whichever one is the right answer, okay? All right, and that is it for today. If you have any questions, please ask teacher. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.